I just thought I'd show something off before I friggin' got into this. Check out what my profiles are. My main profile and what am I fighting for? I forgot. I frickin' changed my profiles to actually match that phrase. That's how much I love it. But anyway, yeah, just thought it was a nice little goodie to mention. That's how much the line has influenced me. So anyway, welcome everybody to the bonus episode of the Mega Man X Legacy Collection. This is your host, EMJ406, and well, we're just gonna chill a little bit, have some fun. Well, or just look over some stuff. So let me start by going over the credits of the Mega Man X Legacy Collection, because I do still need to get an achievement for that. So, yay. Oh god! They still have the way this works in Mega Man... Oh boy. This is how it works in Mega Man X6. You have a saber attack. Then again, they go by the, X Challenge Mega Man X. But yeah. Yeah, you have a special weapon button to basically allow you to use a saber for that game. So there you go. That's how that works. They go by Mega Man X6, because that's the last one to go in this art style. Anyway, yep. Here are all your credits. I'm blasting away for the Mega Man X Legacy Collection. This collection, well, the only X game I played before while I had this collection at all was Mega Man X1. Because I always thought that was the best one. It's the one I've always heard about. I had a lot of fun with it. Then I watched one of my friends, King Slayer Koji, go through a lot of the X games. I wasn't there for X2, unfortunately, but I was there for a bit of X3, and X4 is when I really started to realize, oh, this series can be frickin' fun. And I'm glad I gave it a chance, because, oh boy, did I love this series. I played all the games, minus the first one for the first time, on the X Legacy Collection, which, may I say, is probably the ideal way to play the majority of these games. They all got graphical polish, you got modern controllers now, so you can map the controls to whatever your style is, even if you came from a series like Mega Man Zero. So, you know, it's really easy to get into the series from the X collections, at the very least. I mean, the X Legacy Collection. They got faster load times, better visuals, you can change your filters and all that. You can do a lot of things however you want. So, yeah, this collection's great. And, well, the second collection pretty much has a very similar layout, and, well, also has achievements different each game, at different games, which those ones are more modern, of course, but, you know, most people look at the first collection as the only one you want, because, well, the second half is known for being very shaky. Then again, yeah, the worst 3 games, at the very least, of the Mega Man X series are in the Legacy Collection 2. With the least favorite of mine in this collection being Mega Man X3, which I think only one game from the second half surpasses that one. The rest of them sit at the bottom, though. So don't worry. Oh, the second half sucks. But hey, if you want to get just this one, not a bad way to go. Because, well, the first half of this Legacy Collection is, well, truly a legacy unto itself. Kind of similar to Mega Man Legacy Collection 1. Although, actually, the ending of Legacy Collection 2 is actually pretty banging. Because of, well, games in there. Note that ding that I got! From shooting all these. I think that's what that was. You shoot enough of these. M2, I guess, are the ones who worked on it. Oh, those are invulnerable. Damn it. But yeah, this whole collection just kicks ass. If you've played Mega Man X games or are a fan of them, don't have a current copy, get this friggin' collection. It is awesome. I love this collection. It's a joy, and I've spent a lot of time going through it. Then again, going over the achievements alone, I got to really go to the depths of what all these games have to offer. The achievements really let you get an idea of the depth that each game has. And note a music note is showing up at the bottom left corner there. That indicates I got a new music track. So yeah. You have to go through the credits and blast enough of these away in order to get the secret music track. That's what that one achievement is for listening to enough of the music tracks from all the games, and then getting the secret music track. Also, just blasting through these credits will get me another achievement as well. That's why I'm doing this first. I only have one other achievement to go over after that. And I'll be able to do that. But anyway, yes. If this collection interested you in the series, if you're a fan of Mega Man, please get the first X Legacy Collection. It evolved the Mega Man gameplay into what a lot of the more modern games tend to aim for. Well, at least till recently, where they got rid of all that because they weren't selling well, and decided to go back to Mega Man 9 to make it similar to Mega Man 2 for people, because of course. Huh. The weird thing is... Oh, right, I see. I was gonna say, I found it weird that the shoulder button right now was actually the dash, because it's not my default. I forgot. I tinkered around the X Challenge menu a little bit and actually changed the controls for some reason. I thought that was weird. But yeah, this collection's great. Pick it up. Mega Man X1 is a great start to the series that shows the enhancements of Mega Man in the future. And, well, introduces a unique villain, I guess, in Sigma. And, well, it's just a fun time, the first Mega Man X game. It's nice, simple, and, well, it's a good game to get used to if you want to see if you're able to handle these new games. While X2 advances it more, gives you a little more to look for, so exploration's actually important. And knowing the games pretty well can help with that. It gets you connected to characters like Zero and Mars Attack Company. Oh, God. God, seeing Mars Attack Company made me think of that movie. God, that movie sucks. But it's hilarious. Read future! Wait, what? What's going on? It's your secret music track for this. Now, blasting credits is over. They give you the new song here. There are lyrics? Oh, yeah, so there are. Oh gosh, probably careful. That could be copyrighted if I'm not careful. But yep, there's your secret music track you get for going through the credits enough for that music note to appear. Anyway, yeah, Mega Man X1, great start. Mega Man X2, massive improvement. Well, not massive, but a decent improvement that gave a little more reason to explore and have more fun. And made more complex bosses that made it more enjoyable. Mega Man X3, kind of a trend down from the first two games, but, you know, they tried to change a couple things, and, well, some changes were fine, like actually having to kill bosses with their special weapons could actually kill them and alter the fortress stages. That's one way that was pretty cool. But otherwise, everything is way too slow in that game. And then Mega Man X4, the first game that went from Super Nintendo to PS1. Well, that started on PS1 instead of starting on Super Nintendo and getting ported up, like X3 did. But that game, whew, it let you fully experience Zero in all his glory with his saber attacks. And, well, having a good gameplay style with X as well, with great armor, and just going back to the basics of X1. No extra stuff to find other than your weapon tank, energy tanks, your sub-tanks, your heart tanks, and just getting the weapons and the armor parts. On the basics you got from X1, it was pretty much exactly like that. It just felt fun to play. It was much faster paced than X3, which alone made it so much better. In fact, you got a campaign as Zero, made it better. There you go, identity erased for going through the entirety of the credits. Thank you for playing. Man, look at all those toys. They're all Mega Man X1 related, of course. Yeah, all of them. Then again, that's probably the game most people recognize because, well, X1 is the first one. That's why most people say it's the greatest, although there are improvements whether you're blind to it or not. Alright then, let me go over a couple more things. So yep, got more Hunter medals. We only have one more to go over that I can actually get. Well, two more actually. I forgot half the saga for beating all the games. Identity erase for going through the credits. Blast through the mystery of the staff credits and return to the future. So get the mystery song. Speaking of which, well, I'm not really going to go into this, but, well, the museum, you go over a lot of stuff. You have trailers for the games. Oh, dear. You have the Dave Sigma video I mentioned. Gallery. You have the artwork. Product gallery. Well, merchandise. If you're curious about a lot of the products that were around, look at all these action figures. My God. Then again, I guess these toys were pretty big in Japan. I don't know how many were probably sent to, you know, outside Japan. But hey, there's some nice stuff in here. Oh my God. Oh my God, there's a lot of toys. Jesus Christ. There's capsule toys. Ooh. Wow, they got capsule figures with a bunch of different color sets. Different Mega Man ones, including we have Mega Man X, Mega Man Volnut from the Legends series, Yellow Devil. And I see we have Mega Man.exe from the Star Force series. Oh, no. That's Battle Network, you idiot. Star Force is the other Mega Man. Look at all this stuff they have here, though. Like, Jesus. Then again, the series was big after all. So there's a lot of toys to go around. I mean, I imagine they were bigger in Japan than they were here, because, of course. But hey, good stuff, you're curious. Even having, like, collectible cards. Woohoo! Look at all these. I hope I don't dig into anything that's related to X5 and beyond. Because then that'll be kind of unfortunate to spoil things. Oh, wow. Oh, looks like these ones are X1 related. The ones where it's cards, Sigma. Man, do they have like a card game based around this? Since so, that's kind of rad. Oh, they got the X2 ones. Man, I didn't even realize they had like a card game version for all these, or whatever, collectibles at the very least. Man, that is pretty cool. I don't know how long I'm going to keep looking through all this merchandise, but, well, yeah. I guess you have the collection. You look through these if you want. Neon Tiger, Wire Sponge. Okay, it's back up to the top. Apparel. Oh, God. And clothes, of course. Huh, not much to go over there. Then again, I wouldn't think there would be. And you got your soundtracks. You got the original Mega Man X. Oh, the Mega Man X 1 through 6. This one, I believe, this one looks like it came out before the Mega Man X collection for PS2 and Xbox did. The X7 soundtrack, oh god. X8 soundtrack, okay. And a sound box for 20th anniversary. And the Mega Man X Legacy Collection soundtrack. I forgot they have that. I do like the cover for that, though. That's pretty neat. So you got official soundtracks you get, too. Books. So yeah, there you go. You got novel versions going over all the X games. All of them. Or at least for the looks of it. Okay, that is all of them. Alright. Oh my god, how far do the action figures go? Nendoroids. What is that? Shogoken? Mega Man X? Giga Armor? Giga Armor. Which game was that? Oh! Wait, I don't remember. Oh, you can even, like, somewhat alter these. That's pretty cool. But yeah, there's a lot of material to go over in this. I think I'm done looking at that. You can look at more of the action figures you want, more of the angles, but yeah, product gallery. I wanted to go to the music player, so yeah, you got the whole soundtrack in this game too, don't forget. You can go through each of the games, and go through all the soundtracks you want. Wherever it be, your password menu, your opening theme, opening stage. Oh, that theme kicks ass. And you go through all of them for each stage. However you want to do it. There's always a lot of fun tracks to go into to listen to some awesome music of this series. At least for X1, X2, and X4. There's some good tracks in X3, but not quite like the other 3 games on this. And the unique songs they made for the X Legacy Collection. Got your menu theme, your opening theme, the gallery looking at stuff, and a lot of the themes that go for the X Challenge. I'm not really going to go into that, also because it's spoilery for later games of the series. So it'd be kind of dumb to do that. But hey, it's a fun challenge. You want to try fighting 2 bosses at once. That's all I'll say about it for now. They usually have a theme for going after all the bosses. But, yeah. I do like the themes they have, though. They remixed most of the themes, which is pretty cool. So, if you want to listen to the remix themes, you can do that. Which, by the way, the X Challenge only goes over bosses from X1 to X6. Because, well, let's just say the last 2 have different styles. Well, it looks like most of the music goes for X1, because of course it does. Gallery Relaxed. RE Future. Was that the secret track? Or was there another one? Was this the one? I'm trying to remember. Because there's an achievement if you listen to 10 tracks for a while, and things load, well, once you listen to whatever the game's secret track is, you get an achievement. We'll have to sit here for a while. I don't know. But yeah, you got plenty of music to listen to. Because, well, there's a lot of good music in this. Well, you just want to listen to the classic music from the X games in the collection? Or actually, crap. Or actually just go into, you know, some of the other stuff. There you go. I didn't get the achievement, did I? Listen to the secret track. Maybe they didn't like the songs I picked. I'll have to look into that. Anyway, yeah. I think I just have to select the music track. It'll probably give it to me. Is it Overcome? Maybe it's Gravity Result. No. It's gotta be this, then. But I guess I didn't listen to enough tracks or something. Because the secret track is somewhere in here. I'll figure it out. Alright. Now let's just go over the art gallery. I'm not going to go over the trailers, because screw that. So you got your artwork for the Mega Man X games. And you get a lot of details going over it. I'm not going to read these out, because it would take forever. But, you know, if you want to read something, you can pause it and go through it yourself if you want. But, yep, you got nice artwork going over a lot of the games, including a lot of details about, you know, some of the villains. You even get details about each of the Mavericks. What they were, what they did before, and, you know, they even give you some little strategies against them. Which is nice. And either way, you get through, at least, just look at 20 of these images, and then beat a game, and you get the secret wallpaper. So there's a heads up for you. But, yep, you can pause if you want to read through some of these. Oh, including the opening story thing. There you go. But yeah, Mega Man X1, it's a classic, alright. And, well, it still holds up very well today as a good platformer in its own right. Because, well, classic Mega Man games were definitely fun challenges back in the day that were forgiving for the fact you had unlimited continues, unlike some other retro games. So, you know, gotta give them credit where credit is due. They can make it as hard as they want, but the fact that you have infinite continues means you don't have to start the game over unless you, you know, either got the password or, you know, never saved. Well, you can't really save the first three. If you got the password or just, you know, quit out of the game, you have to start over. Still, they're short enough that you can actually get through them pretty efficiently. And, you know, they really were a lot of fun. And the X games took a step up. Probably taking notes more or less from Mega Man 2. Having the password system. Well, they included the opening stage, because I think this is the first Mega Man game to do that. To actually give you a somewhat easy stage to warm up to how the game would play. And then you go through the 8 stages from there, in whatever order you want. And you can do whatever order you want. And look, you even got early, like, concept art in this, too. Which is pretty cool. You even got, like, little specs drawn out. Really neat. This series, well, the first Mega Man X game really started things off right. Kept things simple. Getting stuff like armor enhancements to make the game easier, make you feel more powerful. Along with, you know, good companions like Zero to make you feel connected to the world. Well-designed robot Mavericks as a whole. That made for some pretty challenging fights if you didn't know what you were in for. And, well, it just made for a great new Mega Man game. That really put the NES ones to shame for most people. The NES ones kind of have a retro feel to them, though, and they just feel right still going through some of them. But, well, whew, the first X game was truly a marvel. It was amazing. And, well, if you didn't recognize that, you either weren't a Mega Man fan or just didn't know what was. Mega Man X2. Probably not looked at as fondly as the first one, but, you know, they definitely added things to try to evolve the series a little bit. Wow, they really put a lot of this plot. Well, I guess a lot of this you probably saw in the opening cutscene of the game anyway. Which I'm glad they actually put, like, story elements in the opening cutscene so you can watch it if you want to know what's going on. Or skip it if you really didn't care. If you didn't care for some reason. But yep, Mega Man X2. Well, it was pretty by the numbers, I guess. In some ways. Oh, they actually mentioned Dr. Kane in this one. There you go. While the gameplay didn't really evolve, it's not nearly as much of a step from Mega Man 6 to Mega Man X. It basically took what was a good formula for Mega Man X1 and tried to enhance some things. They took your dash ability, gave you an air dash instead, with the new leg part there. Unknown characters. You got, they experimented with trying a different beam weapon. Having 2 charge shots is amazing, instead of just having a spiral charge shot. They hit a lot of items in ways that encourage exploration to, let you go looking for secrets in crazy areas. Even having secluded areas for stuff like the Silk Shot to pull out a bunch of energy for you. Like, it really just took the concept and made exploration a bigger element, which is something I'm a fan of. And, well, having to go after the X-Hunters gave you some challenging optional fights to give you an optimal ending to the game, if that's what you wanted. It didn't affect how the game ended overall, for, like, the story standpoint, but, it gave you an extra feeling of satisfaction to get those Zero parts, so Zero could save your ass and get you out of a boss fight with him. But if you didn't want to see him and have a boss fight with Zero when he gets revived, that's a pretty cool way to go about it, too. And, well, plot-wise, it may not do too much. At least it's still very fun at the end of the day. They took a lot of the level progression elements that worked with the first game and just made them better, in my personal opinion. Again, exploration is a big deal for me. Having multiple routes to go through a level, I just love that kind of thing. It enhances the replay value. Oh yeah, and that was when they had their custom-made chip that they put in. Their graphics chip, so they could do those 3D models. The 3D polygonal models for things like that sword boss. And yeah, it may not look too much better visually than the first game, but it still feels fun. It still runs smoothly. So, it performed very well. It had a lot more, secrets to look into. It really had you thinking a lot more. They managed to do more, and the game was overall harder, with, still in my opinion, probably the most unique set of Mavericks in the entire series is the way they fought. And the introduction of the Ride Chaser, and more advanced ride armors. It really just advanced a lot. That's all I need to say. It's X1, but better. There's exploration elements, some useless parts still, but, introduced the Giga Crush. There's a lot this game did that I just love. It's so fun to go through, minus that one fortress stage. And the achievements in this one can be a pain, especially the covert ops one for dodging all those searchlights in Magna Centipede stage and getting to the end of the stage, but overall, I feel like Mega Man X2 is better. There's just a lot more to do. And they still don't, make it obnoxious. You don't have to go search around for a bunch of extra crap, just making sure you hunt down those hunter guys, which they let you know where they are. So, it makes for a more fun experience, in my personal opinion. And then we have Mega Man X3. Oh boy, Mega Man X3. You are a weird one. Mega Man X3, as you would suspect, it just carries on what Mega Man X1 and Mega Man X2 did. They tried to change some things up to try to give you more to do. Like finding a ride armor and being able to ride in different kinds of ride armors that you could summon and use throughout different stages. And, well, they try to have another villain come into play. Those really don't matter when it comes to the Mega Man series. Although Vile came back, which was kind of cool, even if he was easier. The problem with this game, it feels like it was, rushed. X2 came out a year after X1, and X3 came out a year after X2. How did X2 turn out so great, while X3 just looks like it was lazy in comparison? Boss strategies were weakened, so they just kept going side to side a lot of the time. And, well, your special weapons could really make a joke out of most of them. Then again, most of them were kind of jokes to begin with. Most of them. There are some good ones in there, though, and the Sigma fight, wow, they really just reused the artwork from X2 for that. Well, no, I guess that's just to explain him. Because I guess they don't have... Do they not have artwork for his friggin' form with the shield and the gun? I don't know. But yeah, there was a lot of tediousness to this game compared to the other two. The first two games, you're just running around. You could find things, and you could just run around your own pace. In this game, well, a lot of enemies and bosses like to stop you in your tracks and make you wait for things to happen. Like having to wait for a boss to stop being invincible so you can kill them. Having to... There's a lot I hate. And they just... Yeah, a lot of them did the strategy going left to right. What a painful way to go about it. Okay, yeah, they only have Kaiser Sigma. Oh no, they do have a picture of him like that. Why didn't they use that then? But yeah, there's just a lot of annoyingness to this. Everything is moved so slowly in this game compared to the first two. And that's why I'm not a big fan of X3. It's really annoying. And well, another one of those polygonal models. It just doesn't feel as fun. There's like less originality. If you could tell it was rushed. Being Zero was good though. Yet, if you died with him once, you wouldn't be able to use him again for the rest of the playthrough, which sounds pretty dumb if you ask me. I mean, it's still fun in its own right. It's still got some fun elements that the first two games carried over. The charge shot for the Buster enhancement I'm not the biggest fan of, but it does work. Just, why should I have to do 2 charge shots in a row to get its biggest effectiveness instead of just having 2 strong shots at the get-go? That's what the plasma shot did better in X4. But I guess there's still some fun in this game at the end of the day, but I cannot see this above X4. I cannot. It's just a much more boring version of X1 and X2, and that's really most that I can say about it. I don't have a lot to say, because it's just annoying. That's really what this game is. It's annoying compared to the other X games in this collection. And it sits in the lower half for me because of that. If it weren't for all that tediousness, this would probably be fine. It just noticeably downgrades from X2, and that's why it sits really low for me. But if you like this one a lot, that's fine. I just don't see it myself. I find it a little too tedious for its own good. And then we have the crowning masterpiece, in my opinion, Mega Man X4. Well, we went through this recently. What more needs to be said? They allow you to be Zero, and they give you the actual full outlaid hints of his backstory of being constructed by Wily and, you know, being the original Maverick who had a fight with Sigma back when Sigma was a leader of the Maverick Hunters. And then he managed to, you know, through that fight, Sigma got corrupted with the Maverick virus, which, as you can assume, Zero also lost the Maverick virus because of that fight. And, well, they give you a nice, you know, I can't really say too much for the story other than Zero's end. The story's not really too much to write home about. Because, yeah, you pretty much just have it standard. Well, Sigma's up to no good, tricking the Repl Force into, you know, trying to fight for their rights against the humans and other Reploids. And while it takes a stupid run-in with X or Zero at the crash site of the Sky Lagoon, and then after they get accused of doing all that madness, they're like, alright, come with us. We need to question you to figure out what happened. And they're just like, and Colonel's just like, no, we're not dropping our weapons. Screw you. We got our rights. It's like, come on. You gotta do this or people are gonna think you're Maverick. Like, that's fine with us. We'd rather do that than than go down shame, drop our weapons, and act like we're done fighting. It's like, come on. For real? Like, oh. Just makes them look idiotic. I guess that's kind of trying to say that Sigma got to them and made them, you know, have the Maverick idea go through them, and they weren't going to listen. But, you know, disregarding the story elements, unless you, well, Zeros were good, but everything else, the plot of the game itself, eh. But hey, the gameplay was fine. It basically took everything that the first two X games did and improved on that, in my opinion. It made X play wonderfully back to his X1 ways. They got rid of a lot of the extra hijinks you had to do with X3 and X2. Just brought it back to basics. Playing as Zero is just icing on top of the cake. Letting you have a different play style, playing a badass robotic samurai. It's just, beautiful. While I didn't really get to capitalize on, you know, enhancing Zero, his special moveset made for a very interesting experience. And you saw the X playthrough, which played very, very well. With the best armor set in the series, probably. And, well, it was just fun. The bosses were, you know, back to being fast, not being tedious messes like the previous game. And, well, you had unique gameplay elements from Zero and X. making it worth for at least 2 playthroughs on its own. Not to mention the Ultimate Armor code, so if you wanted to go with Black Zero or test out the Ultimate Armor to make the game easy for yourself, see how fast you can go through it. X4 is just a blast. To me, it's the best Mega Man X game, although X2 comes pretty close. Because, well, while the English version may have its voice acting to throw you off... Oh, that does remind me, I do have to check something else. Let me go over one other thing before I finish that thought. Press Y to change the game edition. You can go to the Japanese version, which, don't forget, Mega Man in Japan is referred to as Rockman. Which, well, the anime cutscenes are just about the same, but the music just about the same. It's just, you know, yeah, the text and such being, you know, ooh, stylized for the Japanese players. Ooh. And, well, it's pretty cool. Alright. I'll be Black Zero just to, you know, have fun with this, I guess. And let's go. I think the code's the exact same for Japan. But, you know, I wanted to go over X4 because, you know, you got the Japanese voice acting in this, just to show you it's actually better. I mean, why not, right? Don't worry, you don't understand Japanese. I'm just doing this to showcase the voice acting's actually better. If you need the rough translation, you got the English version to go by. See, it actually sounds good. Then again, well, if you're a sub guy, I guess you'll prefer the Japanese voices better because they sound natural or whatever. I'm not really in that boat, but, you know, I understand it. So, don't mind me. But yep, X4 really is the best the series has gotten for me. And well... Oh yeah, Japanese, there we go. 1.567, okay. So yeah, and there we go, the Black Armor code's exactly the same. Oh, right. I forgot, I didn't change the button layout. You know what, I'll play with the A button being the dash. I'll figure that out. It's fine. It's fine. I'll just have to get used to the awkward dashing again. God damn it. I shouldn't get used to this. I'm only doing this because they actually give you an achievement for beating the opening stage to any one of the 4 games in the Japanese and English versions. Which I'm going to pick, well, X4 because of voice acting, so you can see the actual noticeable differences when it comes to, you know, the Japanese and English version. Otherwise, it's just text, but this one is actual voice acting, so it seems like the best option to go for if you ask me. Although it's probably the longest one to do because of that. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. Get out of here, Battery Dragoon, you're a traitor, you asshole. Innocents are gonna die, let's go. But yeah, even if I excluded Zero from my analysis of X4, it would probably still be my favorite. It just feels like the most fun to play through. Like, I'm completely disregarding, you know, the voice acting of the cutscenes. Again, it's just a little bit of flavor I like because it makes it sound goofy. And I like a bit of comedy in my, you know, games. That's one way to put it. It's so bad it makes me laugh. What makes me laugh? That bad voice acting, damn it. But yeah, these games are all a treat, but X4, oh jeez. As far as I'm concerned, it's the best it gets. And I'll say, if you wanted to get the second Legacy Collection, I guess you could do that if you wanted, but I will warn you, it doesn't play nearly as well as the first few games. Like, pretty much all the other games in the second half, Legacy Collection 2, are seen disfavorably compared to the first 4. So, only if you're really invested do you want to continue with it, which I guess I will someday. For the channel, I mean. I play them all. And, well, 3 of those games I hate. Well, 2 of them I hate. 1 of them I just kind of hate having to go through. And the other one's just... There's some things about it that don't make it go well. Only somehow. Ow! Don't slash me your freaking wing, you dick. What an asshole. But if you really want to continue to see how the story comes to a head, because, well, he's actually called Vava. There's your achievement. You get that achievement for being an opening stage in both Japanese and English. Which, by the way, in case you're wondering why he's actually called Vava, that's because that's the Japanese name of Vile, which, if you saw me going through Mega Man Extreme, you would see that they forgot to change for some reason. They kept the Vava in the Game Boy ones. I don't know why. Alright, but then that's about it. Alright. Well, hang on for a second. Let me time over to figure out this secret music track situation. Never mind. Turns out I can't get the secret music track. Mainly because I need to beat X Challenge to do that. Which I'm not going to do. Well, yeah, I don't care to do it. So there's 4 achievements I will get to miss out on. But yeah, you go through this on easy or normal. You battle 2 bosses at a time from X1 through X6. And there you go. Maybe I'll go over that some other day. But that'll be once we do the X Legacy Collection 2. If I get to that at some point. But yeah. Basically, if you're looking for where that music track would be... Let me go to the music player. It would be over here. It would be this song, extended. So you have an extended version of this song. That would be the secret track. Okay, so it wasn't the credits. That was just the achievement to get that future music track by hitting more of the credits. Okay. So you gotta get through this whole challenge to unlock the secret track. That's what it is. Alright. Alright, well, ignoring that, I did everything else I could in the collection. Which, well, I better just go to it to confirm. The other 4X challenge related, I don't care about them right now. So there you go. That's all I can get for now. The other 4X challenge related, and I don't care to go over them right now. Do that if you want, but I'll save that for a later date. Or have another file just to have it. Oh my god, I could've just gone to the other file. God damn it. Well, either way, thank you all for watching the Mega Man X Legacy Collection. This was a fun ride, and well, it really gets to express how much I've been enjoying my Mega Man lately. I decided to go to the handheld versions as well for the fricking Extreme games, which aren't nearly as good as the main Mega Man X games. You know, they're still alright. I think the latter 2 of the classic Mega Man games are better, though. But hey, it's nice flavor you get to have. And I can really understand why Mega Man was a big franchise for Capcom back in the early days. Now they got a lot. They have frickin' Dead Rising, which is kind of falling apart. Resident Evil, which is as strong as ever. And they got a lot of others sitting around. So, yeah. It's pretty fun with Capcom. It's a reason why they're seen as one of the biggest video game developers of the past. From Mega Man to Mega Man X to Resident Evil, all that stuff. Got a lot of good in here. And well, I'm glad I can finally play these first 4 X games to express more of my love for this series. So, what's coming up next on my channel? I have to figure that out. It won't be Mega Man for a while, not counting Extreme. I'm going to wait probably a while before I decide to either do the Mega Man Legacy Collection 2 or... Yeah, can't do the Zero series yet, because I need to play the first game in the second collection of X, at the very least, to do that. But yeah, either way, next time we come back to Mega Man, it'll probably be Mega Man Legacy Collection 2, the classic series, going over 6 through 10. Because, well, I can't really go over 11 yet. While doing the second half of this collection would be nice, well, I think I should probably get the rest of the classic series its due, because, well, X4 with its bad voice acting came after Mega Man 8, the classic series, with its bad voice acting. So it feels like I kind of cheated on that regard, to go out of release order like that. So that could be for another time. That's what I'm doing next for the channel. I'm figuring that out as I go, like I always do. But yeah, Super Nintendo Marathon has been pretty fun. This is the end of it, isn't it? Either way, I enjoyed it. And well, it was kind of cheap to go through a bunch of X games for the Super Nintendo Marathon and then do a PS1 game, but you know what? That's cool. So, thank you all for watching. I got plenty of other games for you to check out. A lot of Super Nintendo games. I got the classic Mega Man series I did last year. I got a lot you can check out. So, check it out if you want. Because, well, I'm officially a big fan of the Mega Man series, and I'm going to express more of my love for it in the future. And, well, if I'm lucky, maybe I'll get a Legends collection. I could do those, too. That would be nice. Because those came around right around the time freaking X4 did. Because because we had Mega Man Legends, aka Mega Man 64, and you know what? I can go over that later. Okay, thank you all for watching. See you guys around. Have fun, and well, pick up these games if you enjoyed them. If you want more of these games like this to go back to their awesome ways, get these collections to support the freaking franchise, damn it.